Hello friends and welcome to Shadowfax Games. Today I'm playing Laysara Summit Kingdom. Laysara Summit Kingdom is a rather unique city builder. It's a little simple, but provides an interesting challenge in that you are building a city on a mountain peak. So buildable space is very limited. It's also limited to different zone types which affect the types of resources you can harvest. And your population is divided into castes. So each building can only be worked by people of different castes. So you need to manage how many people you have in each caste, where you're building. It's so it can be a bit of a challenge. The main challenge is finding space to build the things you need. So I'm excited to get into this. Let's go. This game is still early access, so we don't have a campaign yet, so I'll just go to scenario. And looking at this, Hope Spark Hill, this is just a tutorial. Nothing too exciting there, so I'm just going to skip that. The rest of the tutorials or the rest of the scenarios are just free to play once you've completed the tutorial. There isn't any sort of a real story, so I mean, the tutorial introduces the basic concept, which is the kingdom is buried under a mist, so the people have to move to the mountaintops, and Hope Spark Hill was just building an outpost to trade with the capital from all of these mountain peaks. So I'm just going to hop into Demon's Rest. And looking at it, there's, when you click it, there's kind of a rundown of what you're dealing with. So avalanches are standard, there's some rivers, there's resources you can import and export, and the resource deposits you can expect, which will be copper and rock crystals. Looks like, I believe salt might be another deposit, but it looks like we're not going to have any here. Alright, so let's go. I am going to play on Adept. So not too challenging, but not beginner. And here it is, a mountain where we can work towards raising a summit temple. So you have these three different advisors, a representative of each of your castes. So you have the monks. You have the lowland workers. Huh. What is that? Huh, what is that shape? It looks like the footprint of a giant animal. Only in reverse because it's sticking up, not down. Maybe there were some enormous ancient creatures living here? Could you imagine? Maybe they were as huge as the mountains themselves and people were settling upon them. And then this is the representative of the craftsmen traders. And what else? They gathered resources from these creatures' backs while they just wandered around? One thing is certain, we'll have to unravel the mystery of this place. Alright, so they do give you objectives along the way. So the important thing is you don't really store resources. Everything is based in revenue versus either you're gaining or losing it, basically. So your main resources are money and employees, and then you have to keep your employees happy. So here's your villagers, I guess not employees, but you've got lowlanders, artisans, monks, and yaks. So you've got to keep a running total available, and then you have a research level which unlocks different buildings. So, you can kind of take a look at your whole mountain. So, depending on the mountain, sometimes you can build all the way around the mountain. It looks like here, we're mainly on one side of the mountain. Yeah, so just here, and then it looks like there isn't much buildable around this side, so that's okay. And then everything needs to be connected to this main shaft leading down the mountain. So yeah, let's go. Sorry, I just wanted to check out. Yep, so up top here is this is the highest biome, and that's kind of where the monks like to hang out. The middle biome is where the artisans tend to hang out. It varies depending on the scenario. And then the greenlands. So the greenlands are where the lowlanders like to hang out, although once again that can vary depending on the scenario. So the first objective is to have 40 lowlanders and provide them with sampa, which is basically just wheat flour. So I'm going to start by building me a marketplace, a food market. And there's ways I can do this. I mean, kind of, you have to discover what's the most efficient layout as you go. But I think somewhere in here would be good for my market. And then beside it, I'm going to put a commodity supplier, and I kind of want these to be the center, or like relatively close to where my houses are going to be, because everything is about how close they are to what they're supplying. So that's the way this game works, and you can extend their range with better roads. But you notice right away my income has dropped, and let's see, why has it dropped? Building upkeep. Yeah, so each of these buildings, so this costs 21 and this costs 43, and they also have an employee count, but that's not active since they're not connected to the road yet. So I'm just going to build a road down here. And the base level road doesn't cost any upkeep. It does cost 2 gold per tile. We're still 236 positive income, so that's good. And then I'm going to put in some lowlander huts. And I just want to check out the range here. So make sure we're not building out of range of our supplies. So, yep, he can get down there. And so each of these should house 4 lowlanders. So I need 10 in total. So I've got 12, so that's fine. I keep hitting the wrong button because I haven't played this game in a bit. I'm going to come over here and connect up like that. All right, so it's saying I'm short 10 artisans. I need artisans to work this commodity supplier, and that's going to missing workforce penalty 100. I could actually, I believe, disable the building for now to keep my income high until I actually need it. So for now, I need to supply lowlanders with sampa, and I'll do that through the marketplace. Sampa, I can come to my food tab and go to sampa production. So you have barley fields, which make grain and hay, barley and gray. So built in the green zones, you can see they make 6 barley, 2 hay. Built in the middle zones, the yellow zones, they make 4 barley, 3 hay. And built in the high zones, they make 2 barley, 4 hay. And that's important. Hay will be useful for yaks and other things, but for now we want barley. So each field makes 6 barley, and then a mill can turn 4 barley into 12, or 24 barley into 12 sampa. So a mill, if I put it here, can support up to 4 sampa farms, because each sampa farm can build, can produce 6 barley. So right now it's taking 6 barley, so right now it's taking 12 barley, turning it into 6 sampa, and connect this to my marketplace. So now my marketplace has a 6 sampa, and my houses are demanding 4.8. So I've completed that objective. The next one is to upgrade 10 lowlander huts to level 2. To look what they need, I can just click the hut. And so to get them to level 2, they need to fill out this progress bar with needs. And so there's different needs here. So a praying place will fill out 2 blocks. Eggs will fill out 2 blocks. Cheese will fill out 2 blocks, and my sampa filled out 2 blocks. The thing is, though, this block needs to be filled out by an enlightenment need, which would be a praying place. This block needs to be filled out by a food block, which I could put in some eggs. And an avalanche. Where's that happening? So we do need to watch out where our avalanche points are. So there's 2. There's one there and one there. And as the city grows, avalanches become more powerful. And we'll need to take measures to keep them from affecting us. So, as I was saying, this need block needs to be filled out by food specifically, so by either cheese or eggs. This need block needs to be filled out by enlightenment specifically, which right now is a praying place. So if I do some eggs, it'll fill out 2 blocks, and one of those will be food, and if I do a praying place, it'll fill out 2 blocks, which will get me to level 2, and one of those will be the enlightenment one. So that'll allow me to upgrade. Based on my layout, I may need to do more than one praying place, but let me get some eggs in. Kind of want to build eggs up here if they'll fit. I might have crowded them in a little too far. So, eggs. So you can see I have 48 lowlanders total, but I've used all but 19 of them to work these different facilities. Like this is taking 3 and it's costing me 4 to maintain. So you can see I'm already down to 182. I'm missing yaks. Where do I need yaks? Is it here? My mill needs yaks, so I should build a yak field so I don't take too much of a penalty from that. I want a yak pasture. I'll build it over here. So that'll solve my yak production and bring me back up to positive 225. So right now my only expense is building upkeep because I'm not paying for extra workers. I've got all the workers I need, including yaks. Let's see, checking in on my housing. So I have my eggs, I have my sampa, so let me build a praying place. And the needs of each caste actually vary based on the scenario you're in, so whenever you load in, you need to check your scenario, what needs you'll need to fulfill for your specific caste before you plan too far in advance. So praying place. I'm just seeing if I built over, yeah, I'm going to build here. And if I built here, that would cover the difference. And I might adjust those around. So now I can upgrade these buildings because I've met their needs to get them to the next level. But one thing while I'm doing this, upgrading them, let's 10 workers, which means they're going to demand more food. as I upgrade them. So as I click on the marketplace, you can see now they demand 3.3, 3.6, and their food demand is kind of split evenly between their two types of food. 0.9. So I might need to build another Sampa production. All right, actually we're 6 out of 6 on Sampa production, so nothing to worry about there. All right, nothing unexpected has happened. This looks like an ordinary mountain to me. Nonsense, you're blind to the true meaning of the signs clearly given to us by the spirits. All right, have it your way. But it doesn't change the fact we need to develop our town further. We should use these copper deposits. Our folks would appreciate some utensils. That doesn't sound terrible, but... What about all that snow? Won't it bury us in a few moments? Relax, we're not at risk of an avalanche just yet. And if we are, we'll just use some foresters to deal with the issue. Alright. So the next goal is to provide 50 artisans with utensils. And that means I'm gonna need to access up here. And I also, to increase my economy, I'm going to build a donation spot. So this should cover my existing town. Yep. Or I could build it over here. I think over here is probably better. Alright, I'm actually short of some employees now, but this will bring in revenue from the buildings it's close to. So I'm getting 240 in donations, but I do need to build two more houses and upgrade them. Oh, no, I'm short on artisans. I have plenty of lowlanders. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so what I need then to go from here to here, I need a bridge. To go up to the next level, I need a shaft. So let's build a shaft. Somewhere in here. I don't know, where would the best spot be? I'm gonna hop up to that corner. So, now I have a shaft to travel in between here and here, and now I can build, get some artisans moving. Sorry, I'm still, I'm stuck in Manor Lords a little. What's going on here? Oh, I need more Sampa. All right. I'm stuck in Manor Lords a little about the camera controls, so if you see the camera jumping around, that's why. I need to build another farm. There we go. All right. That gets their needs fulfilled to where they're not complaining about it. All right. This needs to be connected to the road. And then this is costing me 10, and it's also costing me a yak to operate this shaft. Probably in the treadmill, I would guess. So I'm down to 2 yaks. So I might want to build in another yak farm. And so some buildings, like these Sampa farms and yaks, you can connect them so they stay connected to the road. Even though only the first one technically touches the road when you build them like that, they interconnect. And so all of these are connected to the road here. And both of these are connected to the road here, so that's how their range works. All right, up here, time to plan out artisans. Yeah. So I'm going to build an artisan's town in this area. I want to save space for a copper mine, probably right there. Will be good. All right. So I will still need a marketplace. Commodity supplier. Some roads. Alright, so I need to be careful because I just connected these buildings up. I suddenly dropped my total revenue, so I need to be careful to make sure that we don't suddenly throw ourselves into a spiral of losing money. And we're good. We're at plus 300 now, thanks to adding some artisans in. So I need 50 total artisans. Once again, make sure everyone's in range here, which I think we're good. So, and I'm supposed to be providing these with utensils. So, what I want here is a carrier post. And I want utensil makers. Now the reason is, if I go to commodities, prosperity, and I look at my copper utensil production, so my copper mine makes 4 copper. My copper smiths, which make utensils, turn 1 copper into 5 utensils. But my copper mine can only send copper to 1 building. So I need a utility building to take the 4 copper it's producing and split it. So if I send copper here, now this building has 4 copper, and it can split the production. It can split the flow to 4 separate buildings, and so it can be a little tricky. But I want to build 4 coppersmiths, each to take 1 of these copper. Let's make sure they all have road access. All right, so this can send copper to each of these buildings. And then each of these buildings can go to the commodity supplier. So now the copper commodity supplier is going with is now supplying 20. I've got negative because I don't have yaks. So let's take care of that before we have an issue. Yak pasture. All right, so that's the kind of thing you have to watch out for. All right, so I have yaks. All right, so this is a good start. You won't believe what happened. Last night, the spirits sent a vision to me. I saw myself looking through earth and rock into the nature of the universe itself. Are you sure you didn't just eat too much before bed? Yes, but so what? Never mind, it's perfectly clear to me what we have to do. We build an academy in the highest region of this mountain. From there, my brothers and sisters will observe and contemplate the mysterious footprint. So, provide 40 monks living on a high zone with access to scholarship. Alright, going to build a crossroad here. I just want to see what needs I'm working with here, so I've got utensils. They don't need praying places for now. They could use some sampa though. Meanwhile, well, could use some utensils. But for that, I'll need more research so I can get a better distribution building, because this can only reach so far. So I could maybe chain them together to get them down here, but that would be costly. I want a building that can reach farther. Alright. Alright, so the next thing is monks. Honestly, so more copper deposits here. Honestly, this, to me, all the way over here is probably the best place to... There's the most room over here. So, I want to make sure I'm not blocking off the potential for mines. So I'm just going to put this here and disable this building. So it's not costing me anything to maintain. Yeah. Disable this building. So, just so I know what I'm working with here. Yeah. So, I think if I build my monks over here, and it's a little tricky, because I'm gonna have to build some bridges to get over there. I guess I could build a small monk settlement here. I could build one here, but I'll be in threat of avalanche. We'll go here. It'll be simpler. So let's put a shaft in. Somewhere around here. How close can I get? Well, it'll let me cross with the... It'll let me cross with the mines. Yep. Perfect. So here's our mine, here's our shaft. Yaks, I need more yaks, so I need to make sure I'm not running out of yaks. Alright, so for enlightenment, we want an academy as kind of the center of the enlightenment. First I should put up some avalanche management. So these forests will help manage avalanches. They aren't perfect, but they're good enough. And then I'll want to be able, well, I'll want a road along in front, and then I'll want to be able to build an avalanche wall as well. Because once these become more powerful, they'll need, yep. Boom, perfect. So that is exactly what I want those to do. But I will want to build a wall along here, so I'll need that space as well. I'm curious if I zoom in, there's some kind of signs along here. Yep. And we can see the mills going, the lumber mills going. Yep, so, academy. And this is how we'll do research. I want enough space to put a wall up. What if I did something like that? And then let's pair that with a marketplace. Going to build a road around. And then I'm going to build the houses to either side of it. All right, we're going to pause because our money balance just turned hugely negative, which is to be expected, but I should have built some houses in before I connected everything. I also should be collecting taxes from, not taxes, but donations from here. All right, so I'm now collecting 472 donations, but I'm short 48 monks, which is really hurting me. So my goal is provide 40 monks with access to scholarship. So I need monks' dormitories, and I just want to see. Yeah, so if I do something like. See if this starts to turn our balance positive. It does, barely, but I can start time going because we're positive again. I'm a little worried. Our yaks seem to be anxious, like they are afraid of something. Maybe the ghost of the ancient creature is to blame? I don't believe so. The simple mind of a yak cannot comprehend the intricacies of supernatural beings. Moo. Exactly. They understand more than you can imagine. Look at the poor things. They're shaking. I'm sure they are just too warm. Why not trim their fur? And use it for producing textiles. Ingenious. All right. Provide 100 citizens with textiles. All right, so what's going on here is I have this academy working, which has increased my research level to 1. So academies and monasteries increase research level. I'm protected from avalanches by these woodcutters. I just want to see what, one thing here, so they want scholarship and they want to be in the high zone, so I've fulfilled 2 enlightenment needs. I need food needs and 1 random need to upgrade my monks. To upgrade these guys. They don't have a zone they need to live in, but they want decorations, textiles, and I was gonna say, food. Yep, so they need at least 1 food up here. Yep. But, something that's, now going on is, I believe, I have access to a cart post, which means I am going to need a few more houses of artisans. Just want to see how I'm reaching here. Pretty good. Yep. So I have 16 more artisans in. So, I just want to see, I'm only consuming 5 utensils, but I'm making 20. So, I can definitely, distribute it to other places. So if I put a cart, squeeze a cart post in here, I can adjust where these things are being sent. I think if I do 2 of them, and then have them send supplies down here and activate this building, and these should be getting utensils now. Perfect. So we also want textiles. We want another food source for which we need cheese. Yep, so I'm short artisans still, so let me put in another couple houses. All right, we've still got artisans. All right, so textiles. Let's look at textile production. So for ale production, we need research level 2. Textiles, Yak Shack. So we need a Yak Shack. So Yak Shacks produce both wool and milk, depending on which zone you build them in. So down low, they produce a lot of milk. Up higher, they produce a lot of wool. Cheese-wise, we want a Yak Shack. So we want Yak Shacks that can access cheese, or that can access cheesemakers and wool weavers, so that we can use both the wool and the cheese. So I'm curious which zone will be best to build in. So once again, I can see this turns 4 wool into 4 textiles. So if I build in the middle zone, I'm producing 4 wool. If I build in the lower zone, I'm producing 2 wool. So, yeah. And how about my cheese? Cheese takes 6, so I think actually it's going to be best to build in the middle zone. I think I actually kind of want to do it over here. So I'm not taking up space here. It'll be costly to transport it. Can I build bridges across this gap? I can. Yeah, interesting. So that will mean worrying slightly about avalanches. Yep. Sorry, I'm just planning my next move. Just thinking about what I want to do. Because I know I'm going to want to build a monastery over here, I think. Yeah. I mean, everything's going well here. So, yeah, I think if I build a bridge and a shaft and I use this as an area to produce textiles and cheese, I think that's my best shot. I could use this as Sampa production. All right. That is what I am going to do. So let's do a bridge. And a shaft. And then this is where I'll build my cheese and my textile production. So I am going to want to... put an avalanche protection. You can put in Mr. Plow to clear avalanches once they happen. Snow compressor. I'm not sure. That's different because interesting. Snow compressor. This is new since the last time I played. The game has been updated. Ice altar. I wonder if I need to worry about that this time around. Well, we'll see what happens. For now, I'm just going to put in my foresters here to block the path. That should cover it. Yep. Yeah, I guess I need ice for an ice altar. Uses ice to boost production output by 25% for production buildings in range. Interesting. Huh. So that is new. Divine Ice Altar. Can't build that. But that is something I'll definitely keep in mind. Yeah. So I can replace foresters with snow compressors because they do decrease the power of passing avalanches just like wood and the avalanche barrier does. So over here, these will need roads connecting them, assuming I want to harvest timber from them, and then I'll want an avalanche wall. So that's kind of my safe zone below that. All right. So I'm trying to get textile production going. So, yak shack, for which I need more yaks. I don't think yaks need to be in range of anything, so what if I set up some big yak farms over here? Am I building the wrong type of road? I am building the wrong type of road. Alright, let's replace that. I don't need... Yep. I just noticed I was losing income. Based on building those roads. Alright, so over here... Let's build some yak farms. These cost upkeep, but they provide me plenty of yaks. And they do, oh. I need to build some more houses. We need some more eggs. All right. Yeah, so that was the yak farms also use lowlanders for work, so needed to make sure I got that taken care of. This one is not in range of a praying place. This might be worth it to actually extend this. Still doesn't quite get there. Okay. I'm gonna undo that then. I'll just put in a praying place right there. And now we need more Sampa, which I believe my mill can handle another farm. And this is the thing, so as you expand, you need to keep expanding your support, and then it becomes more and more problematic to add more things because you need to keep adding more people, which means you need to add more support, which means you need to add more people. So yeah, it can be fun. All right. Now over here was where I wanted to do a yak shack. Let me just make sure I'm on the right type of road. I am. Let's just put a road through here. So I want cheese. So the yak shacks. So this is going to produce 4 wool and 6 cheese. And we are safe from the avalanche. Which means it can support one cheesemaker, and it should be able to support 1 weaver. Yeah, 4 wool, 6 milk. So, let's do 2. And then I want 2 weavers. And I'm just keeping an eye on my economy. And then I want 2 cheesemakers. And I'm going to want some more. I'm going to want some more artisans. I should think about upgrading my artisans. So this is where I'll use expanded road. Still doesn't get there, huh? Yep. All right, so I should definitely think about, yeah. Well, cheese will help start getting those upgraded. All right, so I need some distribution centers. I need 2. Oh, I need to go to the commodity supplier. Yep. So I'm using 4.7 of the... Oh, hang on. So just to be clear, we've got 8 total. Yep, and then let me provide some cheese. So cheese is good. Alright, have 26 houses, any caste at level 2, so I'm getting close, I just need to upgrade my artisans. I'm going to... what turned negative? I need more artisans. Okay, well, let's solve that. I want... Sampa will push me up. As will Mandala. Yeah, or Praying Place. So if I can get some Sampa, or actually let's just get honey going. So honey has the best production in this zone. So I'm gonna pull a road out this way. Yep, so that's good honey. So if I can get some Sampa up here, it will balance out, yeah, it will balance out the food costs up there. So, what I need here, because how much Sampa are we using here? Not nearly all 12. So I'm going to build me a cart post. And I'm going to stop sending it to the market. I'm going to send it here. Then I'm going to send it to the market. And then I'm going to send it to this market. All right. So now that I have that, I can upgrade my houses. Because I have enough food. Sampa. And this will solve my employment crisis here. Although now we're starting. I upgraded a few too many. So there's my 26 houses for any caste, though. All right, it's now clear to me that in order to solve the mystery, we need to think bigger. An academy is not enough. We need a monastery to really get to the bottom of this. Do we even know what they are doing in these monasteries? No idea. They only let folks wearing yellow robes inside. Yeah, figures. Alright, so... I need to boost Sampa and... I need to boost Sampa and I need to boost cheese production. Alright. So that's one thing I need to solve. My revenue is still positive, but I'm losing 100 out of it because I don't have all the needs fulfilled here. I upgraded a few too many houses and it used up more resources. Is there another food we could fulfill here? I don't have it yet. So the next thing the monks want is a monastery. Have a monastery operating at a minimum 50% efficiency. So let's look at the monastery. So monasteries need painted cedar, and painted cedar is quite a production chain. I'm trying to find where it would be. Enlightenment. Monastery, here it is. Yeah, so to build the monastery, so we need herbs and rock crystals to be sent to the dye producer to make dye. We need dye and a cedar grove to send to the cedar painter to make painted cedar for the monastery to increase our research level 3 stars. So that is quite a complex chain. So, and I've got to solve my food production issues before I even think about that. I'll probably move a bunch of buildings around. What's this saying? Oh, it's not enough resources to send. Yeah, because it's only, I'm demanding more than 12 wheat. Yeah, so got a lot going on here. But I think that's good for today. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.